Pink or red, do you think?
I'd say red, but it's tough to say.
I thought we were live. I thought I was just
Um,
coming in hot on a live one.
yeah,
Um,
so pretty much the
how do
absolute
you?
opposite of the ideal game state, having bet the Chiefs so far. Gonna need Mahomes to find a miracle here, which is going to be tough considering he limped into the locker room. So many
Did you
ways
see
you
the
could go
footage
with
of him
this.
walking though around the corner into the locker room?
Yeah, I didn't love it, but
It looked no. I mean, he looked better. It looked
yeah, but
better than when he
it's
came off the field.
one more shot, a
Yeah,
little bit of lack of scrambling. Like the fact that their receivers aren't creating separation at all is a little bit of a problem. No Kadarius Toney at all in the game plan, which is weird. A lot of running, which was kind of surprising. I'm not exactly sure, why they've run on 7 of their 20 plays, but it's been a pretty poor game plan offensively and defensively by the Chiefs so far. The breaks the Eagles needed, missed field goal was solid. The AJ Brown touchdown not being defended was pretty huge for them, and then the dropped interception was huge. Now the give back of the fumble 6 was obviously a huge neutralizing factor here, so it's still a game. But Chiefs get the ball first. The line is Chiefs -3. It's been gone back and forth between a juicy ass 3 and a flat 3. It's currently a juicy ass 3. The total has gone back and forth between 24 and 24.5. Is currently sitting at 24. If you want an over, you got to pay -125. I put a little parlay together of Eagles second half money line and under 24.5 because I thought this game's probably over. I don't think that realistically I give the Chiefs much of a shot at coming back considering their defense has already been on the field for 21 minutes. I just don't know how they get long sustained drives where they can give, really kind of put the Eagles defense under stress. Eagles have so many, wave after wave of, D line. This is the kind of the ideal game state if you're the Eagles. I don't think they really need to make any adjustments at all. I don't think they really need to throw much in the second half at all. They can kind of just do their thing and probably put away this game. You have any starry-eyed optimism here for the Kansas City Chiefs, or do you feel like this one is pretty much a wrap?
I didn't even hear what you said there.
You have any
I don't know.
chance
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you give the Chiefs any kind of glimmer of hope here, or do you think this is pretty much a wrap?
I mean, it's probably a wrap. I mean, we've seen stranger things. It depends. You get a much longer halftime to get extra Toradol into his body and put hard tape on and whatever else. But I don't know. Like, I don't understand how you bet the second half with the super high uncertainty of that. Like, if he's fine, the Chiefs covering the second half and still losing the game very live.
Sure.
But if he looks like that or he takes one more hit and he's done, then fuck the under the Eagles team total 10.5, something like that.
Yeah, this game, along the many Super Bowls we've seen in recent years that game has been compared to, this has played out the most like the Niners Chiefs game, except you replace Shanahan with a plus EV in-game decision maker.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what the halftime should have been in that game if Shanny was being aggressive. And I think the fact that Shanny left the door open for the Chiefs and they ran through it was more about their way they handled the game state. Sirianni's the master now at making decisions to put this game away. I don't know. I want to play Eagles second half money line 155. I think is the best bet, but
I'll put a little on that with you.
Under 24.5. You want to play those two?
I don't know about the total. I think the total is more dependent on Mahomes than even the side. Like if he's out and it's Henny against wave after wave of Eagles defenders rotating in, it feels pretty bad. And this is like a 14-3 second half. Did you even bring up the Andy Reid field goal? Like just what a
Yeah, it was a terrible
We
decision.
we talked about this too. We said like, hey, we love Andy Reid with prep, but like in-game decision making, Sirianni is just right there with everybody right now.
Well, no, he's lapping
Yeah,
the field.
I mean
Yeah,
he's it.
yeah.
He's it. So
The Eagles have made their offense, like, they've made
my
the
coach
Chiefs
of the year.
defense. The Eagles have made the Chiefs defense look absolutely toothless. Just no ability to. I think the only punt we had in this game was because of a holding on first down, which made it a 1st and 20.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the Eagles have gone on long, sustained drives, lots of third down conversions. Only one fourth down conversion because the second attempt was not officially an attempt because the Chiefs jumped off sides. Chiefs giving the Eagles 2 free first downs in this one was not a great plan. In fact, my big angle of the experience is going to matter here. I mean, the Eagles look like the more veteran team. The Chiefs are out there making pretty stupid mistakes. Miscommunication on the deep ball to Marquez Valdes-Scantling was hugely important, and Chiefs trying to close the gap there at the end of the first half. Travis Kelce was a monster on the first drive, and we haven't really seen him since. He is 3 for 60. Mahomes.
I'm not sure Tony showed up. I'm not sure he's at the game.
He fielded one punt, I saw.
That's true. Yeah, very tough. I'll bet some Eagles second half money line with you. Just small bet. It's high uncertainty with a massive quarterback injury. What are we going to do with this?
Do you agree that parlaying it with under 24.5 makes sense?
Probably. It's still it's mostly just gonna. I'm just gonna start bringing up live props. So how to bet the second half for real is to get a gauge on the actual game state once we know more about Mahomes, and then start live betting props that you can bet. If it turns into Mahomes looks super limited and it's a 3 and out, then Gainwell over yardage, Hurts over rush attempts, because Sirianni's, as smart as he's been, he's shown an absolute willingness to run Jalen Hurts 15 times. And this time it actually doesn't matter because if he gets hurt, I guess, if he gets hurt late in the game with a lead, it might not matter because you don't need to play him again until next season. So it is. Diamonds was the last song.
I'm going to try to make some of my money back here because I've lost a lot in this game. I already lost longest completion.
Share my money.
Lost a couple other random props.
I have Mahomes under passing yardage.
That is looking good.
That might get there.
The Hurts over a half interception on the drop interception hurt my heart because now he doesn't even really need to throw. If he throws a pick at this point, it's going to be a huge upset. Hurts has looked very, very, very in control. Like he's had 2 just kind of throw it up. 2
horrific plays. Yeah. And the one, I'm going to blame the turf. Everybody who finds that paint, this is the reason they canceled the Hall of Fame game that year. It's people slip on the paint. Everybody's slipping on the paint, the kicker included. And it was just kind of a weird play. But that second long ball, that was a very bad decision. I think he was kind of feeling himself after the first one there. That probably should have been a pick. But other than that, the only way Jalen Hurts doesn't win Super Bowl MVP is by losing this game to someone. There's no answer on the Eagles that isn't him. Go look at the prices there compared to Eagles live money line right now.
1-to-1, 1-to-1 correlated with the money line. There's nothing that Devontae Smith or AJ Brown could realistically do to take it from Hurts. Hurts with the 2 rushing touchdowns. If and when the Eagles clinch this, he is the guy. He's the guy. Is it the last song, Diamonds?
Yep. Dan has been in the private chat. Dan's been watching. I'm going to go rewatch Riri here.
How many songs total?
A lot. Dan said he'd stopped counting. Yeah.
Okay. They got the over. Diamonds was last. Bitch Better Have My Money was first. She wore red. There was no cleavage, and she had red shoes.
Did someone say she's pregnant? Is she pregnant?
I don't know.
I think she's strapped to something. It's like when you work on a billboard and you see they have those harnesses. I bet she's harnessed. She's tethered.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
It was a quick halftime show.
It sucks too because this was bets aside, this was gearing up to be a really good game. Like it was fun,
Oh, I know.
and depending on how you look at that, a defensive scoop and score is a fun, exciting play. The long bomb with the good adjustment by AJ Brown. Hurts just kind of doing whatever he wants on the ground a couple times.
You want a couple
God,
weird
the only
takes?
people that probably aren't enjoying is that Kenny Gainwell was probably like 30
Yeah,
to 1 for first
20,
touchdown.
20. Defensive touchdown was in the 20s. Yeah, there's been some big numbers. The Kenny Gainwell people are probably pretty upset, and rightfully so. That was so close. My biggest beef with the Chiefs, besides just the joke of a defensive game plan, my biggest beef was they won the coin toss. I feel like they should have just taken the ball. Like, I don't know how many people kind of had already processed how important it was for the Chiefs to get a lead in this game and really put some pressure on the Eagles. Giving the Eagles the ball first and putting their defense on the field to get embarrassed like that out of the gate was not a good sign for things to come. And honestly, like, as good as the answering drive was for the Chiefs, that fact that it was all scripted, I was still very interested to see what happened after we got out of the script. And so far, it's just been a lot of Mahomes trying to improvise and, a lot of Philly pass rushers in his face because they have so many guys, and those guys are very, very fresh. None of them are tired. So
Yeah, for first and last song got there for anybody who listened to us babble on about that the other day. I didn't bet the over songs. I didn't really get info on that when I was still available. And yeah, like you said, the Philly pass rush has been a lot better. I mean, the Chiefs pass rush has gotten close a couple times, but when you don't keep contained, like they were so adamant about on the broadcast, like bad things can happen to your defense like that. I don't know if the outfit was red or pink. Lighting is a weird thing.
it looked red to me.
It looked red. I know people had gotten some big numbers on pink clues. We'll see what Dave says.
I mean, if you have a full game over and you're obviously in an amazing situation because the live total is basically 62.
I'd be middling it.
I would shoot for the middle for sure because
a 3 and out followed by an Eagles field goal. Yeah.
I just think or touchdown even because the Eagles score next, we're talking about probably the officiating has been mildly lopsided in favor of the Eagles, but not enough to really be upset about. There was one key third down where they did not give the benefit. They didn't call DPI when it was pretty obviously DPI on the Eagles.
Yeah,
but there was nothing major.
It's kind of a veteran move that you can't get away with in the middle of the field. Like you can do that shit on the sideline sometimes where there's stuff blocking the view, but in the middle of the field, if you yank on the hip like that, the receiver so obviously turns away, your arm is there. Like usually you get called for that. Otherwise, refs haven't been horrible. I mean, just one call really that was and it was pivotal. It was a big third down.
Yeah, I wish I was having more fun. I wish there was some chance that the Chiefs could realistically close this gap, but this is such a perfect game state for the Eagles. I just don't know that I see it.
Has it not started yet again? How long is this halftime?
It's not
good. Mahomes could probably have a ligament replacement in this amount of time.
Yeah.
They get the best ligaments. That's true. Oh, man. Yeah, I know. I hope, again, he's fine for entertainment purposes. Like, I want the game to not suck. Also, I do have some over 50.5. I probably should be looking at some sort of live under or second half under on that as well. 29 minutes. And then, yeah, the Lane Johnson false start thing, I mean, when they show it, half of it's just because the guard is so slow, I think. Like, he's just timing it perfectly with the ball, and the guard is waiting a half tick. I honestly think he's moving with the ball. Sometimes he's pushing it for sure, and they probably could call that, but I don't know. I guess they're letting him get away with it because it is moving with the ball.
Any other major takeaways or notes or observations from the first half you wanted to point out?
No, I mean, first off, it's a dumb observation now. I was going to say, like, on that run, Mahomes looked pretty good scrambling. He looked good, early on when he slid forward. He looked good evading pressure. Like, that's what I wanted for the Super Bowl. I didn't want him hobbling around against a good pass rush. Then, game over, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why the halftime's taking so long. I have not won a quarter yet on the Super Bowl boards. That's been pretty rough.
Have you won anything so far other than halftime stuff?
Probably Mahomes under yardage.
Yeah, Mahomes under yards is coming. Yeah.
No, not really. I got my hole in one today. Thanks, Ricky.
I'm not seeing really. There. I mean, at this point, Miles Sanders under is pretty solid. If you have that,
yeah. Chris Jones is frustrated. You know what? I do have to check. I played some Connor and Noonan's tackle props. I have no idea where those are at. It's not one of those where you're
Edwards under. He's at 4. I think they had Willie Gay over. He's at 6.
I think I might have had a Bolton over. He should have 2 or 3 already.
Bolton had a touchdown.
Touchdown should count as a tackle.
Yeah, really, we just need a different Kansas City Chiefs team coming out of the tunnel.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing.
Like a little bit of, and it's hard because they spend a lot of time on the field already. Like these guys.
I'll take a step back from being gamblers, and from an entertainment standpoint, a Chiefs touchdown would be great. Like, people would want to see that. Like, just for the Super Bowl to be good, that's good. But also, like you mentioned, the 40-20 roughly play disparity for the defenses. Like the fact that they get this long overtime, this long halftime, if they could follow that up by like another 10 minutes of real time rest where they don't go out on the field, that would be great. So,
hey, there was no guest. It was all Rihanna.
Did Jay-Z not come out?
I don't know.
That got a lot of steam. Everybody thought Jay-Z was coming out. I didn't watch it.
Huh. How about that? No guests. All right, we've kicked off officially here. All right. A lot of touchbacks in this game. I don't know, man. The fact that the livest guy besides Mahomes in this game feels like it's Isaiah Pacheco is a problem. You can basically
he doesn't have that many yards.
The Eagles can basically double Kelsey now for the rest of the game and dare any of the other. They're out here in the freaking 3 tight end set. Like, this is just you should have started the game this way, Andy. Like, what the fuck? I'm talking to Andy Reid, not you.
Yeah, I know. I the most triggering thing for me, because I am actually very thin-skinned and my feelings are hurt very easily. Mm-hmm. When I'm scrolling Twitter during a Chiefs game and people say like nice fucking play, Andy, and it's like, well, I don't even really know you. I just follow you on Twitter. It just takes that your synapses don't fire quick enough to be. You just see your name and hate and vitriol after it. It hurts for a split second. So it's been a rough Super Bowl for me.
So we're in 3rd and 1. Are the Chiefs going to convert their first 3rd down of the game, Andy? Because believe it or not, they have not converted a 3rd down so far.
Does the zygote inside of Rihanna count as a guest? That's not what the chat said. I used the.
You're just curious.
He says a baby bump count as a guest. I'm not sure.
Oh. Baby bump as a guest is fun.
Cleavage, no. Butt cleavage, no. Nipple, no.
Nipple, no. Yeah. All of it.
That ain't close. She was very conservative.
We talked about how the cleavage prop was priced wrong.
Yeah, I should have put more on that.
Yeah. Oops.
Nobody was taking very much on cleavage.
No, nobody was taking very much on any of that stuff. It was all very, very novelty. Nice little counter for the 3rd down attempt that gets the moves the chains for the Chiefs.
Oh, we got a 3rd down conversion. All right, I'm gonna go watch the game then.
All right,
I'm out on the boat, Drew.
All right, well, we wish you luck in the second half. Whatever you bet, whatever your positions are. Hopefully, we get a good game. I feel like my entire handicap was wrong, regardless of the outcome at this point. So I'm pretty down. Yeah, we'll check you guys tomorrow as we do a deep dive, trying to figure out where we went wrong.
Yeah. Happy Super Bowl.
Dude, did Kelsey